If you're a man over 50, noticing that your bedroom confidence isn't what it used to be, what I'm about to share with you might change everything. You've probably been told it's just part of getting older, that you need to accept a slower, weaker version of yourself. But what if I told you that the real culprit isn't your age, but rather 3 specific nutritional deficiencies that are silently sabotaging your blood flow, killing your nitric oxide production, and draining your natural vitality? Most men are walking around completely unaware that they're starving their bodies of the exact compounds needed for peak performance. And the worst part, the solution has been hiding in plain sight at your local grocery store this entire time. But here's where things get interesting. The truth is, Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about these 3 simple foods because they work through the exact same biological pathway as those expensive little blue pills, except they're completely natural, have 0 side effects, and cost about 95% less. And the truth behind this will shock you. My name is Dr. Claire Foster, and I'm a urologist specializing in men's health with over 15 years of clinical experience. Throughout my career, I've helped thousands of patients reclaim their confidence and vitality without relying solely on pharmaceutical interventions. What sets my approach apart is that I focus on what conventional medicine often ignores: the powerful connection between nutrition and sexual performance. I've seen firsthand how the right foods can trigger remarkable transformations in men who thought their best years were behind them. Today, I'm going to share 3 specific fruits that act as nature's performance enhancers, and I'll explain exactly why they work and how to use them effectively. Let me paint you a clear picture of what happens when you ignore what I'm about to tell you. Without adequate blood flow to your most vital tissues, you're not just dealing with occasional embarrassment in the bedroom. You're looking at a cascade of health problems that affect every aspect of your life. Your confidence erodes, your relationship suffers, you start avoiding intimacy, making excuses, pulling away from the woman you love. She notices. She wonders if she's still attractive to you, if something's wrong with her, or worse, if you're interested in someone else. Meanwhile, the underlying vascular issues that are causing your bedroom problems are the same ones putting you at risk for heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Your arteries are stiffening, your circulation is declining, and oxidative stress is damaging your blood vessels from the inside out. This isn't just about performance. This is about your longevity, your quality of life, and your ability to remain independent and vital well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. And here's what most doctors won't tell you. This decline isn't inevitable. It's not just aging. It's a nutritional deficiency that can be corrected starting today. As we get ready for the big reveal, tell me in the comments which city you're watching from. I love to see how far our health community reaches. Now, let me introduce you to the 3 fruits that are going to revolutionize your approach to men's health. These aren't exotic superfoods from the Amazon rainforest. They're common, affordable fruits that you can find at any American supermarket. But when consumed correctly, they transform your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, the master molecule for blood flow and vascular health. The first item on our list is watermelon, and what makes this fruit so powerful is something that most people throw away. Let me tell you about a patient of mine named Charles, a 67-year-old retired engineer from Tampa. Charles came into my office frustrated and embarrassed. "Doc," he said, "I feel like I'm half the man I used to be. My wife is patient, but I can see the disappointment in her eyes." He tried the prescriptions, but they gave him terrible headaches and made his face flush red. He was skeptical when I told him about watermelon. "You mean the stuff we eat at 4th of July barbecues?" he asked with a raised eyebrow. But Charles was desperate enough to try anything. I put him on a specific watermelon protocol, and within 6 weeks, he came back to my office with a completely different energy. "Dr. Foster, I don't know what kind of magic is in that fruit, but it's working. My wife actually pulled me aside last week and asked if I'd secretly started taking something. My energy is back, my confidence is back, and best of all, no side effects." Charles's transformation wasn't magic, it was pure biochemistry. Here's the science behind why watermelon works. Watermelon is loaded with an amino acid called L-citrulline, especially in the white rind that most people discard. When you consume citrulline, your body converts it into another amino acid called L-arginine. L-arginine is the precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and expand. Think of it like this. Your blood vessels are like highways, and nitric oxide is the signal that opens up all the lanes during rush hour. More lanes open means better traffic flow. Better blood flow means stronger, more reliable function. What makes watermelon superior to taking L-arginine directly is bioavailability. When you take L-arginine supplements, most of it gets broken down in your digestive system before it reaches your bloodstream. But citrulline bypasses this first-pass metabolism, giving you sustained, elevated levels of arginine in your blood for hours. Studies have shown that watermelon supplementation increases nitric oxide synthesis, decreases blood pressure, and improves peripheral blood flow. One clinical trial found that men who consumed watermelon juice experienced measurable improvements in vascular function and exercise performance after just 2 weeks. So how do you actually use watermelon effectively? Here's your practical protocol. You want to consume the equivalent of about 2 cups of fresh watermelon daily. And here's the crucial part. Don't throw away the white rind. That's where the highest concentration of citrulline lives. You can blend whole watermelon, including the rind, into a juice or smoothie. If the taste of the rind bothers you, add a squeeze of lime and a handful of mint. Drink this in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. You can also eat fresh watermelon as a snack throughout the day. The key is consistency. This isn't a one-time fix. You're retraining your vascular system, and that takes daily commitment. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most men start noticing improvements not just in the bedroom, but in their overall energy, exercise endurance, and mental clarity. And if you found that revealing, wait until you hear about our second item as it affects the body in an even more profound way, working through multiple pathways simultaneously. The second fruit that every man over 50 needs to know about is pomegranate. This ancient fruit has been revered for thousands of years, and modern science is now confirming what traditional medicine has known all along. Let me share the story of Robert, a 59-year-old high school teacher from Phoenix. Robert was dealing with both performance issues and high blood pressure. His doctor had him on 2 medications, and he felt like he was on a downward spiral. "I'm tired all the time, Dr. Foster," he told me during our first consultation. "And honestly, my love life is basically non-existent at this point." Robert was skeptical about food as medicine. He'd been raised to believe that only prescriptions could solve health problems. But when I explained the research on pomegranate and asked him to commit to just 30 days, he reluctantly agreed. What happened next exceeded both of our expectations. After 4 weeks of consuming pomegranate juice daily, Robert's blood pressure had dropped significantly. His cardiologist was amazed. But more importantly to Robert, his confidence had returned. "It's like someone turned the clock back 5 years, he told me, grinning from ear to ear. "My wife can't believe the difference, and I'm not dealing with any of those medication side effects anymore." Robert's success story is backed by solid clinical evidence. The science behind pomegranate is absolutely fascinating. This fruit is packed with powerful polyphenols, particularly ellagic acid, anthocyanins, and tannins. These compounds work as potent antioxidants, protecting your blood vessels from oxidative damage. But here's where it gets really interesting. Pomegranate dramatically increases your body's production of nitric oxide through a different pathway than watermelon. While watermelon works through the L-citrulline to L-arginine conversion, pomegranate enhances endothelial function directly. Your endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels, and when it's healthy, it produces nitric oxide efficiently. Pomegranate also helps reduce inflammation in your vascular system and lowers cortisol, your stress hormone. High cortisol suppresses testosterone production, so by lowering cortisol, pomegranate indirectly supports healthy testosterone levels. Clinical studies have shown that men who consumed pomegranate juice daily experienced improved erectile function, likely due to increased nitric oxide and better blood flow to genital tissues. One randomized controlled trial found significant increases in nitric oxide levels and improvements in erectile function. The effects become more pronounced with consistent daily use over several weeks. Here's your practical application protocol for pomegranate. You want to consume 1 full glass, about 8 ounces, of 100% pure pomegranate juice daily. This is critical. It must be pure pomegranate juice, not a blend with added sugars or other fruit juices. Check the label carefully. Many commercial brands dilute pomegranate juice with apple or grape juice to cut costs. You want the real deal. The best time to drink it is in the morning with breakfast, as the polyphenols will be absorbed throughout the day. If you prefer eating fresh pomegranate seeds, consume about 1 whole pomegranate daily, which equals approximately 1 to 1.5 cups of seeds. You can sprinkle them on Greek yogurt, add them to salads, or just eat them as a snack. The key is daily consistency for at least 4 to 6 weeks to see maximum benefits. Pomegranate works synergistically with watermelon, so consuming both throughout the day creates a powerful 1-2 punch for vascular health. Now, what worries you most today? Type 1 in the comments if it's declining energy and stamina, or 2 if it's bedroom performance. Your answer helps me create future content. The third and final fruit on our list is blueberries, and these tiny powerhouses punch way above their weight. Let me tell you about Frank, a 63-year-old accountant from Chicago who came to see me not just for performance issues, but because he was genuinely scared about his declining cognitive function. "Dr. Foster, I'm forgetting things," he confessed. "Names, appointments, where I put my keys. And combined with everything else going wrong, I feel like I'm falling apart." Frank had always been sharp as a tack, and this cognitive decline was terrifying him. When I explained that the same vascular issues affecting his sexual health were likely affecting his brain, and that blueberries could address both problems simultaneously, he looked at me like I was crazy. "Blueberries?" he said. "Those little berries my grandmother used to bake into muffins?" But Frank trusted me enough to follow the protocol. 8 weeks later, he walked into my office like a different man. "My mind is clear again, Doc. I'm remembering things. My focus at work is back, and honestly, everything else is working better too. My wife and I just got back from a weekend getaway, and let's just say it was like being in our 40s again." Frank's transformation illustrates the whole body benefits of proper vascular nutrition. The science behind blueberries centers on a class of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give blueberries their deep blue color, and they are absolutely remarkable for vascular health. Anthocyanins work to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation throughout your entire circulatory system. Think of oxidative stress like rust forming inside your pipes. It damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff and inefficient. Anthocyanins act like a rust remover and protective coating all in one. They help increase blood flow not just to your reproductive organs, but to your brain, your heart, your muscles, and every other tissue in your body. Multiple clinical studies have demonstrated that regular blueberry consumption improves endothelial function, reduces arterial stiffness, and lowers blood pressure in adults, particularly those with elevated blood pressure or metabolic syndrome. One study found that women who consumed just 1 serving of blueberries per week experienced significantly less cognitive decline and actually postponed cognitive aging by 2.5 years compared to those who didn't eat blueberries. The same mechanisms that protect your brain also protect your sexual function, improved blood flow, reduced inflammation, and enhanced nitric oxide production. Research has shown that consuming blueberries daily for up to 24 weeks can have beneficial effects on cardiometabolic markers, with doses ranging from 1 to 2 cups providing anthocyanin contents of 224 to 742 milligrams. Here's how to implement blueberries into your daily protocol. You want to consume 1 to 1.5 cups of fresh or frozen blueberries every single day. Fresh is great, but frozen actually works just as well because blueberries are typically frozen at peak ripeness when their antioxidant content is highest. I recommend eating them in the morning with breakfast. Add them to your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie with watermelon and pomegranate juice for a triple threat vascular boost, or just eat them straight out of the container. You can also snack on them throughout the day. The important thing is consistency and quantity. 1 or 2 blueberries won't do anything. You need that full cup to cup and a half to get the therapeutic dose of anthocyanins. If fresh and frozen aren't available, you can use freeze-dried blueberry powder, but make sure you're getting the equivalent of 1 full cup of fresh berries. Within 4 to 8 weeks of daily consumption, most men notice improvements in mental clarity, physical energy, exercise endurance, and yes, bedroom performance. The benefits are cumulative, meaning they get stronger the longer you maintain the habit. So, to recap, the 3 silent heroes for men's health after 50 are: Number 1, watermelon, loaded with L-citrulline that converts to L-arginine and boosts nitric oxide production for enhanced blood flow. Number 2, pomegranate, packed with polyphenols that improve endothelial function, increase nitric oxide through a different pathway, and support healthy testosterone by lowering cortisol. And number 3, blueberries, rich in anthocyanins that reduce oxidative stress, combat inflammation, and improve circulation to every organ system in your body. These 3 fruits work synergistically, meaning their combined effect is greater than the sum of their individual benefits. The watermelon gives you the raw building blocks for nitric oxide. The pomegranate optimizes your blood vessel function so they can respond properly. And the blueberries protect your entire vascular system from the damage that accumulates with age. Together, they create a comprehensive nutritional strategy for reclaiming your vitality, your confidence, and your quality of life. Consistency is everything. This isn't about eating these fruits once and expecting miracles. It's about making them a non-negotiable part of your daily routine for weeks and months, allowing your body to heal and optimize naturally. Your body hasn't forgotten how to be healthy. It hasn't forgotten how to be strong, vital, and confident. It just needs the right signals, the right raw materials, and the right support. What you put into your body every single day is sending messages to your cells, your hormones, your blood vessels, and your nervous system. For too long, you've been sending the wrong messages, not because you wanted to, but because nobody taught you the truth. Now you know. Now you have the tools. The question is, what are you going to do with this information? I can promise you this. If you implement what I've shared today, if you make watermelon, pomegranate, and blueberries a regular part of your life, you will feel different within weeks. Your energy will return, your confidence will rebuild, your relationships will improve, and you'll wonder why nobody told you about this years ago. If this information was valuable to you, please hit the like button so YouTube will show it to more men who need it. And don't forget to leave a comment. I personally read as many as I can. Share this video with a friend or family member who you know will benefit. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any health guides. And one last thing, a personal request. I recorded this video wearing a mask. It was really important for me to know if the sound quality was good and if you could understand me perfectly. Please leave a quick comment about it. Your feedback is crucial for me to keep improving. A big hug, and I'll see you in the next video.